But real quick, so after subscribers quit, Netflix tells activist employees it's time to support free speech. Now, they also hold on. They also pull the plug on several woke projects. So, according to new reports, Netflix has cleaned house, reportedly laying off a number of staff members who consistently advocated for social justice content, as well as pulling the plug on several such projects that pandered to woke activists on the topics of race and LGBT issues. So, Anti-Racist Baby is getting pulled.
Sounds like a good decision.
I want to see them make a show called Racist Baby.
God.
No. I want to see this. I want this to be a thing only because I want the arch villain to be the racist baby. It's just a little Hitler baby. We have to save the daycare from Hitler baby.
Battle the babies. I can't wait.
All right, so let's see. I was hoping that they would. So the streaming giant canceled. They pulled the plug on a number of woke animated projects, including the Wings of Fire, With Kind Regards from Kindergarten, and Anti-Racist Baby. Then the streaming giant has also canceled Stamped Racism, Anti-Racism, and You. Oh, no, Stamped Racism, Anti-Racism, and You, which would have served as a companion piece to the still in production Stamped from the Beginning, a hybrid documentary and scripted feature that delves into race in the United States.
For people at Bounding into Comics, there's this thing called italics.
Yes, it would make this way easier.
It's generally where you put a title in italics so you can tell where the title ends and stops, or it starts and stops.
So Netflix also laid off roughly 150 staffers, totaling about 2% of Netflix's total workforce. Now, you guys remember the Netflix, what was it? Strike or whatever?
Yeah.
For Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Did you see that that Netflix did a memo?
No.
Where they said, I'll read just the highlights of it.
Oh, please.
So Netflix, right, with all that Dave Chappelle stuff and all their staff is a bunch of woke assholes, and they're always cramming their diversity shit everywhere.
Yeah, but at least they seem to be so far on the right side as far as like, no, we're not dumping comedians. We're not
barely.
Well, I know.
Not barely.
Yeah, but barely is better than like every other company is doing, right?
Yeah. Barely is what we hope for.
I know. Yeah. Oh, you didn't quite. Yeah. So you didn't cut them off.
This is my point. I think that me and Vito personally are responsible for this reversal.
You would think
because
that.
we fucked.
Yeah.
If you find it hard to support our content, Brett, Netflix may not be the best place for you.
That's what they said.
What's up?
I said that's what they said. I couldn't remember the exact words.
Yeah, so basically what happened was when they were doing the protest about Dave Chappelle, Dick and Vito went to the protest and they got the shit kicked out of them by the SJWs with the purple hair, right?
It was just Vito, I think. But
and it was televised, right? So, or they had recordings of it. It went viral. Yeah. So, so he's saying that Netflix saw that behavior in their employees and said, "Oh fuck, we gotta curb this now." Right?
Not all those people were even Netflix employees. It was, from my understanding anyway. It was ran by the protest was ran by one of their employees, but a lot of people that were there were not Netflix employees, from my understanding.
Right. Netflix also laid off roughly 150 staffers, totaling 2% of Netflix's total workforce. They claimed it was based on creative reasons, right? As noted by former New York Times columnist Barry Weiss, given that those layoffs were made across their animation, social media, and publishing divisions, those let go, quote, happen to include, just by chance, some of the most Twitter active social justice workers in the place. These cuts came just a few days after Netflix warned their woke employees that if they didn't agree with the content the streaming giant was producing, they could simply look for job opportunities elsewhere.
Honestly, coming after the Veritas thing with Twitter and the people only working
Yeah,
like
it
2 hours
almost
a
seems
week.
like they're fully expecting to be the next scoop from Veritas, right? And they're like, no, we already got rid of them. But
Well, I mean,
no.
they probably they might have been the most social justice warrior, but they also might have been the least productive people. Is my point. Like they're probably all only working 2
Twitter
hours
thing.
a
Wait a minute,
week
4 hours a week
or
You
4
know?
hours a
Yeah.
week, whatever. So firing them and hiring people who aren't on social media 24/7 complaining about their work environment and actually working is probably a better move.
Yeah, so this was the event that Dick Masterson was at with Vito. Hate isn't funny. Black trans lives matter, right? So there was a walkout at the Netflix campus, and they went there and got the shit kicked out of Vito, at least. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for what we got to cover here. I was going to wait till next week, but you dragged it out of me. I'll put these over here. Also, go subscribe to the Dick Show. All right, so let's see. In streaming news,